One of the most challenging responsibilities in the work of educating young people is not only to teach the requirements of a curriculum, but to also help inspire a more insightful understanding of the world. To do that, educators work hard to make each subject come to life. For these Michigan elementary school students today, the subject of history is coming to life. Through a unique program called Our Living History, students become immersed in real historic events in ways that go beyond the normal classroom experience. By role-playing, they become characters living in extraordinary times.
From the birds we learn what berries to eat.
The art of music guides this participation in learning to a deeper and more memorable place.
To make a nest.
Our Living History began in the Detroit area schools in the early 1990s.
Today we're going to do a story from Detroit history, and my name is Rhonda Douglas.
My name is Josh White Jr.
And we're from the Detroit Historical Museum downtown.
The concept of Our Living History sprang from a program called Story Living by area educator Rhonda Douglas. In 1991, Rhonda was joined by distinguished performance artist Josh White Jr.
That students tend to have pretty...
Josh is renowned for his expansive work in the arts as an actor, singer-songwriter, and recording artist. He combines these skills as an educator in Our Living History.
It was so engaging to watch these young people come alive by being the people instead of talking about the people. Really impressed me.
Together, Rhonda and Josh designed an interactive learning experience for elementary to high school age students. Our Living History gets students out of their seats and directly into historic stories of the past. Today, fellow performer Rochelle Ballard joins Josh in this effort.
From the birds we learn to defend ourselves.
Rochelle says music adds a crucial element that strikes a nerve in how these history reenactments are received and remembered by students.
The music aspect of all of Our Living History invites the students to participate in the song. It wraps up the lessons that they've learned.
The stories of Our Living History are real stories that support the curricula from a range of grade levels. And there are many different subject areas covered: Native America, the Civil Rights Movement, and the dark and disturbing era of slavery in America.
I'm on my way to Canaan land.
Each learning unit is a 2-hour journey into the past, and music helps to put an indelible stamp on these events.
Music in Living History is in every unit, and it fits whatever the story is about. I'm on my way to Canaan land. And with the Underground Railroad, it comes with its own music. I'm on my way to Canaan land. When they realized that that is a song written by enslaved people, that was in code. There's also respect for these enslaved people that they could speak about running away in front of their masters, and the masters didn't know it because they spoke in code, and the children hear that, see that, they understand that no matter how downtrodden, that there is still hope and that you can work together and make things better.
Classroom teachers and those who prepare the teachers of tomorrow agree that the use of music in Our Living History leaves a lasting impression on students.
I think learning the songs that Josh and Rochelle teach the children help them to understand the things we're teaching them in our curriculum and how it's important, how we've gotten to that point through the history, how it was important back then, it's still important now. I think it helps them to make a connection.
Music is one of those things that ties us to not only moments now, moments 10 years ago, moments centuries ago, but music is that connective spirit that transports as well peoples and generations and cultures together.
I thought about how the real slaves must must have felt because we didn't feel half as bad as they did because we just got a little piece of it.
We got railroad tracks coming down here. They have spikes this high that have to be hammered in.
It kind of felt like really weird. It felt a little painful to feel that people actually went through that.
Go to where you live if you want to play football.
There is another unit that we do called the Right of the People, which is the sit-ins of 1960 in Nashville, Tennessee at Fisk University.
You see that sign over there? No. It says for white only.
We asked them to go back to the year 1960 in their minds and say that they are university students. They don't know when they get to Fisk University that they are black and faced with racism.
You colored people, get your old little old basketball and take it to your section of town. We don't need you in this section of town. So y'all just go ahead and get your ball and go.
Well, I think one of the things the kids say or take with them is the strength and courage of someone in college, so their early 20s, maybe 19, 20, who stood up to make things better without being violent, though violence would be brought to them. That is a very powerful, strong, courageous thing to do.
In 1960, black people were not playing.
This form of learning hits all of the multiple intelligences, so they each are able to make connections and benefit from the style of learning.
It was like we were doing it almost, and we were like experienced what they had. Like you could really see what they were probably feeling like then.
Actively participating in these historic scenarios helps students internalize the unique lessons that history has to offer. And music makes the experience memorable, emotional, and indelible.
The song helps the kids to remember it. We find that after Josh and Rochelle have left the classroom, the song continues. They're very excited about it. They want to go and share it with others.
The music kind of like just takes it all in its arms and cradles it. And I think that's such an important part because it on all levels they are getting the message. They have the power to make a difference in their future.
When it comes to music in living history, they're all precise songs that fit the story that we're telling. But music deepens. Whatever that experience is, the music deepens the experience.
When students act out the lives of real historic figures, they are given the chance to become partners with them by sharing, even in small ways, some of the same thoughts and feelings. When music is added, the emotions are intensified, bringing deep and lasting impressions. Blended together as a classroom experience, a more insightful understanding of the world is created.